everything loaded, secured. Stinking lumber tarp on there. Hate that. Whatever. Anyway, so the wife and I went out and ate on Saturday. We got all dressed up. You can go to my Facebook page and look at the meal that we had, and my beautiful wife. But we got dressed up and went and had some dinner, and I got to eat Wagyu. Yeah, dang. Let me tell you, if you've never had any, I would suggest go eating some. And I'm going to tell you that if you have never priced Wagyu, this is not Ragu. We're not talking about spaghetti and meatballs. Wagyu beef. It is not cheap at all. And it wasn't. I got there. So what I ordered was 2 fillets, and it was what they called a sampler platter, and it had 1 regular beef fillet on it, prime cut, USDA, top of the echelon American beef, right? And then on the other side of the plate was the same size fillet of Wagyu, which was, now this was Australian Wagyu, which is the same as Japanese Wagyu. It's just on a different number scale. So Japanese Wagyu is on a scale of 3 to 12. It's how they rate the marbling in the beef. And Australian Wagyu numbering doesn't recognize 10, 11, and 12. Basically, their number 9 is the same as the Japanese scale of 12. It's all in the same type of marbling and flavor profile and all that good stuff. You'll also hear it called an A5, an A4, or an A3. A5 being the top of the food chain in beef, and that's what I ate. Okay, like the top of the echelon. Now, like I said, they had a true Kobe steak that you could eat. It was a 5-ounce minimum, and it was $45 an ounce. A 5-ounce steak gonna cost you what? $2.25? That's some expensive meat. Mine did not cost quite that much. They did have a number 9 Wagyu prime rib, and it was a 12 to 15 ounce steak, and it was $160. I didn't pay that much either. And of course I shared some with my wife because she's never had it either. And we also got a Wagyu caprese appetizer, which was real thin sliced, Wagyu beef that was smoked, and it was phenomenal. And it was great. But I'll put it this way, that meal, I don't want to say how much I spent on that meal. I really don't. So I'll put it this way, that meal for 2 people cost as much as probably a 3-day road trip with hotel stays at a decent hotel. It was expensive. Embarrassingly expensive. But who cares? You only get your 15th anniversary with the same woman once. Now some of y'all probably got 15-year anniversaries with multiple women's, but I've only had the one, so for 15 years. And I love her. And she wanted to get dressed up and go out to eat. And I thought it was a good dang idea, and we had a blast. Now the place we went was Author Steakhouse in Little Rock. If you're ever in Little Rock and you want a elegant dining experience, go there. I had no idea that there were places in Little Rock where you could go spend so much on a dinner. And there was a table that had 6 people at it, and they were eating. And I was like, I couldn't imagine how much their bill was. Hope they were splitting it. That was ridiculous. But it was good. Oh man, that Wagyu. I was talking to Tony, and I told him, I said, it's like prime beef turned up to 11. It's like the best steak you've ever had times 10. It melts, it literally melts in your mouth. You don't even have to chew it. And it's like a burst of steak flavor with every bite. It's ridiculous. At first I took a bite of the Arthur's fillet, the prime beef, and it was great. I was like, there's no way this is going to be topped, because I mean, it was smooth, it was tender, it tasted awesome. And then I took a bite of that Wagyu, and I was like, come on! It was ridiculous. It is worth the money, I'll tell you. You know, I don't go spend a bunch of money someplace, but having those kind of experiences where you can try stuff that not a lot of people have eaten or experienced, that's what living is, man. I'm telling you. And I may never try it again. I don't know. I really want to try the Kobe. They say it's even better. But man, I don't know if I can bring myself to spending, you know, a couple of $100 on a steak. But I'll tell you this though, it is not like, you do not have to eat a 12-ounce steak to feel full with that meat. Those 2 fillets, in 2 beef fillets, I could probably eat 2 beef fillets, no problem. But that one beef fillet, that prime beef fillet and that Wagyu fillet, dude, by the time I got done eating, I was full. I mean, I had soup and I had salad, or I had soup and part of the appetizer, yes. But I mean, it just filled you up. It's the amount. Apparently, it's the amount of fat that's in it, and the richness of the meat. It just makes you. You just can't eat that much of it. I recommend going and trying it. Go try it.